Things to do while we wait for materials to come. Now, I was watching some videos today about flywheels and weight and inertia, and we're going to spin these without all that. These are light as a feather. The magnets are on the outer rim. You know, there's, I guess, 100,000 different ways to do stuff like this, but this is the way I'm doing it. Now, I do have 20 bearings here, and a few coupler flanges, and I'm preparing to build a double helix. See, we're going to start here, and we're going to start here. And this one's going to weave this way, and this one's going to weave that way. I think that's the way it's going to go. Well, it'll come to me when I build it. But there's going to be, it's basically going to walk up, and then this one's going to walk up at the same rate. Yeah, so it'll go here, it'll go like this, and like that, and it'll stop up here on both sides. And then I'm debating whether or not to have a center column on the center pole. I need a lot more discs done to make this work, though. Let me explain this one. This is pretty neat. Every third magnet, I flip it, and so it's north-south, north-south, every third magnet. Now, I haven't, marked it, but I think I'm going to make either an 8, which would be that first ring, or a 6, which would be the second ring, all the same, so it'll levitate without help, because it won't levitate the way it is right now with the staggered north-south like that. But I used some magnets to make that, so if I ever want to generate power, that would help. And I was experimenting with these coils with the fat wire and these coils with the thin wire. And the thin wire coils produce more voltage. Now, I understand there's a heat issue with the plastic and the small wire, but just you think about what's going on here. I mean, we got featherweight stuff, so we're not going to get, a 3-day spin or anything like that. And I mean, when I put a coil here like this, and then I run that one on top, run the other one on top of it, it spikes some voltage, but it's nothing. It's mini volts, and it's sporadic AC charging. So it's it'll go 9, 0, 10, 2, -5. And I mean, I got a few things in here I could probably take apart and get some pieces to build some electrical stuff, but I'd rather jerry rig it. See if I can jerry rig it with what I have. I'm probably gonna get a circuit board. Probably going to start off with a starter kit and work my way up from there and somehow find a way to incorporate this into a circuit, which will be pretty cool, I think. Which right now I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. I mean, look at that. That's what I thought needed to happen for a capacitor. It's lucky I still have a bunch left. Oh. But I'm poor, man. It's gonna take me 3 years just to get done what I want to get done. But you know what? I got more patience than most people combined. And I measure time differently. So, you know, that was the parameters I set for myself. And I'm well aware that it could take longer than that if the money doesn't straighten itself out. I mean, I work, and, you know, I make ends meet, but there's barely any money left over to mess around with. And I mean, if you can't fuck around, you're never going to find shit out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, you can watch a video and then, you know, half of the is just gone already. You know, it's like, oh man, look what I did, but it's not really what I did, it's what he did. But I did it better than him, so or whatever, you know, whatever the case may be. So while I'm waiting for components to come, which are magnets and discs, I had my guy cut a 5/8 hole with a laser in the center just to make sure I get it in the middle. I mean, I have a drill guide right down there with the 5/8 bit, but it's like sticky, and you know, this bit right here, I don't know if it's dead center. All I know is I have a better chance of them being dead center if I just buy them. So discs are part of the money. Magnets are another part of the money. Like these rectangle magnets cost about roughly $20 for 50 of them. I got neodymium magnets. Those are the 40 millimeter by 20 millimeter by 20 millimeter. And they are powerful. Running those magnets over these coils produce up to 4 volts on just a pass. Not every time, but you know, it it definitely goes overload on microvolts. So that's at least 2 volts. So like 200 microvolts. And like in a setup like this, if I'm getting microvolts, I'm happy. You know, I'm not worried about it too much. Now, with the circuit board, I'm hoping to store, get some diodes and store that energy either in capacitors or in a battery as DC energy. I think that's the way it works. You use the diodes to change the AC into DC, and then you can send it through transistors and resistors and capacitors. I need to learn all that stuff, what it does, where it goes. And that's if I'm going to have any hope of getting, the electricity that I make from these to, say, a light bulb or a battery. Yeah, I couldn't get any sleep last night, so I've been up pretty much all night just rearranging this. Let's see what we have here. You can see it. There's an 8-inch, and then a 6-inch, a 10-inch, and another 6-inch sandwiching the 10-inch. Sandwiched between another 8. So you see how that works? The 6 and the 10 are both levitating off the 8 on the bottom. And then the 8 on the top is levitating off the 10 and the 6. See? And that's a pretty stable spin. But, I'm not expecting too much because it's very, very light. All these discs are extremely light. I think my heaviest disc might be the 10-incher or the 8-incher with the one on the bottom. Because it has magnets on both sides, and then it has a 6-inch or a 4-inch. That's what it is. So I might move my poles around, get them a little closer together. That'll eliminate some of the bounciness. See, that's still going. But you see, it's not being thrown around by itself. It's pretty much just all from my hand. I mean, it has a little bit of those forces, like inertia. Gravity definitely plays a role in the vertical setup. I would try to do a horizontal setup, but none of what I'm doing will apply to that. And that won't happen for a long time, but I think it should be pretty cool. See, I got plans. It's not like I'm doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. I'm trying to refine and make it better. But right now, this disc and that 10-inch disc, this goes on the top like that. See, I gotta switch out this pole. Yeah, this bearing won't even fit. Somebody took a hammer to 2 of these poles, I think it was me, to get them out of some plastic pegboard. And now they have little lips on them. And the bearings flanges, all the 1/4-inch stuff won't fit them. So I gotta take out 2 poles and put 2 different ones in. Now I have aluminum tubes, which are hollow. And that should be, I might use some of those. Might have one of those in the middle here, because then you can send wiring up or down. It should be pretty fun. All right, well, I'm looking forward to doing this, and oh, oh man. Well, besides from being disorganized, having my stuff all over the place, mind you, those clothes are clean. I just haven't put them away yet. And I'm probably not the only person in the world that has that problem. I just love that that spins so well. And with that, I'm going to let you go. Have a nice night. Thank you very much. Please subscribe. And come with me on this journey. I'm sure some of it will be frustrating as hell with what I've chosen, but we'll get through it. All right, thank you.